I unlock my whole book with one question and I want to share with you the secret. It's not an app, not more discipline, it's just one question. For years, I couldn't write it. And not because I didn't know what to write. The outline was there, the chapters were mapped, the content was all there. I will sit down to write and nothing. Every time I started, I would drift. I check my email, get up for a glass of water, find something to eat, answer a WhatsApp message that had been there, sitting there for weeks, and suddenly, right now, had to be answered. And that's strange because writing this book is the most important thing I'm doing right now, and I've been doing so far. Ask anyone who knows me. They can't listen to me talking anymore about it. It's everything I want. And still, I was stuck. So I started to think maybe it's an attention problem, maybe it's my brain, maybe I'm not meant to write this book. And it wasn't like that. And here's what I understood. When we think in our mind, and writing is exactly the same, we are not really alone. We are constantly having a conversation, always. Now, in real life, of course, we talk to someone, but when we are by ourselves, the mind still picks someone to talk to. We are just rarely aware of who. When you write something angry, a rant, it's usually clear, you know exactly who you're arguing with. But when you are trying to create something new, you often have no idea who's on the other side. There's a well known trick to mitigate and actually leverage this mechanism is to write on a post it who you're writing to, one person. It works because now you know your listener. So I tried, and that's when I hit my real first problem. I couldn't choose. But wait, because I'm not about to tell you know your audience or persona. That's slightly different. So I was seeing something huge. Too many people, too many faces, and that's why it was never clear. So I picked one, my reader. I wrote her on the post it, kept it visible, and that should have been it. But it wasn't like that. Because even with my person right in front of me, my mind kept drifting back to someone else. And it wasn't one person, it was a group. Professors, I discovered, academics. My writing was being pulled in two directions at the same time. Writing for the people I actually want to help with their focus and arguing with the academics to prove them they've got it all wrong about attention. And guess which side kept winning? The professors every time because that's where my emotional charge is. That's where the rant lives. And for me, this run deep. I spent years in academia. Those voices were always there at the back of my head long before I ever sat down to write. I was so used to them that I stopped hearing them as a separate from me, so I never noticed that that was what I was doing, arguing with professors while trying to write a book for the people I actually wanted to help. That was the paralysis. Not laziness, not a broken brain, an inconsistency I couldn't see, right into one group and for another at the very same time. I call it the emotional pole. It's the person or the group that pulls your focus without asking permission. The one whose judgment you are bracing against. The one you are secretly using to measure whether your work is good enough. So, when your writing is stuck, you're not staring at a blank page. You are in the middle of an argument and you are losing it. That pole is the strongest magnet in the room. As long as it's there, your focus flows to it, not to the thing you actually want to make. It's what quietly blocks your creative process and your writing process. And this is also why just do it doesn't work. Willpower can't push you through a conversation you don't even know you're having. You can drag yourself back to the page 100 times, but if the poll is still there, still questioning you, you will keep answering it. You will keep defending yourself instead of writing what you are meant to write and say. So, this is what changed everything. On that post, don't just write who you are talking to, also write who you are not talking to. Because if you only name your reader, you end up writing for two audiences at once: the person you want to help and the person you're most in conflict with. Naming who you are not writing for is what keeps them out of the room. You will think about them, yes, but you will be able to take your focus from there and redirect it. And the more you do it, the less you go back and enjoy talking with who you desire. And this is bigger than writing. Most of the time, you are not unfocused. Your focus is working perfectly. It's just locked onto something that isn't useful or something that is in conflict with what you are trying to do. That's what stops it from flowing where you need it. So, if you are stuck staring the screen or the page, don't ask what's wrong with your attention. Ask, oh, I am really in conversation now. Who is pulling my focus? Who is my emotional pole? And once you know, write it down. Write down that you are not writing for them. And then write for the person you actually choose. If you enjoyed this video, of course, subscribe and like, and see you next time.